Hello there everyone, this is Iron Mark 3 and welcome back to MechWarrior Online, where I invite you to walk with me as I stomp around in a big robot and probably get the hell blown out of me by enemy weapons fire. Yes, that's how this game tends to go a lot. Now, this time around I'm going to be taking a walk in my Mauler, the MAL-1R. Because it's the resistance variant of the 1R, so double R on the end. Also known as the Serious, because this is the mech that earned me the Seriously achievement, as in do the most damage in a game, but don't get a single kill. Yep, this mech did that. It last featured about a month and a half ago. But let's have a quick discussion about other things, shall we? Originally I was planning to show you a game using my Enforcer. This one here. It's like an upgraded version of the Wolfhound I took out last weekend. It's got the same twin ER lasers, but it's backed up by a machine gun and small lasers and things like that. And it's a fairly solid mech overall, though a bit slower. But plans change, don't they? Because I got a request on one of my... well, on the last video I put out, I got a request. Which is, would you please play a truly heavy assault mech? By truly heavy, I'm guessing you mean a 100-tonner. Unfortunately, I don't have any 100-tonners currently available to me. This is my total assault loadout here. I've got Maulers, I've got a Stalker, which I'll be playing tomorrow, by the way, just to make sure I've rounded out and met that request. I normally do pretty well with that Stalker. It's my first assault mech ever that I bought. And Zeus's, which I don't tend to do well in all that much at all. So yeah, this is the assault mechs I've got right now. Speaking of the 100-tonners though, I would be inclined to go with the Atlas or the King Crab, though the King Crab is the 100-tonner I've been lusting after for quite some time, because I just like the look of it. I like its sloped profile, its wide appearance, and I've been thinking about loadouts for it. I've got some ideas for how it could be quite nasty, and I don't want to go charging in like an Atlas does, because, you know, I don't like to be in the middle of the enemy fire if I can help it. But yeah, the thing is, the King Crabs actually went on sale as of the time of recording, pretty much, and they will be for the next 4 days, and I am seriously tempted to get one of these. The thing is, though, they cost about £12 a pop, and I don't have much money, so I am tempted to either get one or get all three, but even if I get all three, it'll still be £12 a pop, because I'll need to get some extra MC to cover it all. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about getting a King Crab, but that said, King Crab, I'd have to spend millions just outfitting one of those things as well, easily to the tune of about 4 or 5 million plus, so yeah, not going to be able to do that immediately. Anyway, back to where I was. The Mauler, MAL-1R, the Serious. Let's go ahead and check it out in the mech lab, because the loadout has actually changed since last time it featured, if you happen to see that video. Okay, what I've done is I've stripped out the backup weapons. I had 4 MGs as backup, as well as the medium pulses, and I've swapped in a little bit of extra ammo. And by stripping off some extra armor on top of that, I've swapped it for Artemis LRMs rather than the standard one, so it's a bit more accurate in its fire. The quad LRM-15s with Artemis are its main weapon, and they spit out an absolute ton of firepower. And that's really what this mech is all about. Raining fire on the opponents from afar. To this end, it's well, I've sacrificed nearly everything to focus on the LRMs. Its backup weapons are a pair of medium pulses in the arms, where all the heat sinks are as well, because the bulk of the weapon systems. Only 4 heat sinks there. It keeps the mech fairly cool, but it can overheat if it's firing at full throttle, you know. And then it's got LRM ammo just stuffed in absolutely anywhere else it can go, as you do. The big problem with this mech, though, is an XL engine, which, well, because of the weight allocated to everything else, it doesn't have the slots really to go for endo steel or ferrofibers, especially endo steel, which is a big problem, so the weight has to come off the engine. And it was either wander around about 35 kilometers an hour or so, or go with an XL to move around at 52, because 35 is just too slow for this mech. It just can't relocate and it can't fire effectively when it was just wandering around at that kind of speed. So 52.2, decent for an assault mech. It lets this mech keep up with the main push of your forces, and that's really where you want to be. Also, 50 tons armor, legs and arms, because those are the backup locations. Key locations are the torsos and the center torso. Let's go back to have a look at it. I stand by what I've been saying about the Mauler for quite a while now. It's not a brawler. Even in the canon, it was built as a fire support mech. It's not meant to go charging on the front lines, really. It's not where it excels. It's got a big, bulky torso, and the torso armor is not reinforced enough to actually withstand it, let alone on this version, which has got thinner armor to make way for the weaponry. So yeah, a Mauler is not meant to be standing at the front taking all the hits. It's just not built for it. The torsos get torn off ridiculously fast, and then, well, the center torso, you've got this big target block right in the middle here, which is like, hit here, this is the center torso, and bang. Even with an XL, half the time when I die in this mech, it is because the center torso just gets cored straight out of me. So they can either aim for the rabbit ears up here with the LRMs, or normally just hit me smack in the middle, and it's like, yep, they have a very easy time actually hitting me. So yeah, this thing, not really meant to be a brawler. And if that's what it means by a truly heavy 100-ton assault mech, sorry, a truly heavy mech, I'm sorry that this mech is just not it. Anyway, enough talking about that. Let's go in and start throwing missiles at things. In we go.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
This is command. Eliminate all enemies, no matter the cost.
Okay, here we go. Polar Highlands, skirmish. And as you can see from my loadouts, this guy here in the Stalker 3H is dead because he disconnected. So this fight is already going to be an uphill struggle. Oh well. It's a 3 assaults a side match. We're down an assault already, so
Cicada moving so slow.
yeah, we're going to have a problem here. Oh well, hopefully we'll have a good match and we'll do okay. Polar Highlands is an okay map for this particular mech.
Yeah, just saying, do not slay your engines if you're poor.
But yeah, still, it sucks that we're down an assault already. Anyway, moving on. This is a good map because it's a lot of open terrain, the enemy cover is not so good. But it's also bad because you actually...
But don't do it with your engines. Trust me.
I'm sorry.
Unless you want to end up like my mech.
You look really useful.
Well, someone's talking about their loadouts.
When you look at your go.
Just calm down, mate. Just slow down a bit, will you?
Someone's not happy with their loadout, that I'm sure of. Anyway, that's why I keep tinkering with these mechs, just to try and get loadouts I'm happy with. Oh, I forgot to mention, this mech also has a cooldown module for its LRMs, which make them fire even faster. Though it doesn't have radar deprivation or
We could try it.
whatever the hell it is that lets you
I mean, it's not going to hurt you that much if you are.
lock onto your opponents for longer. It doesn't have those. It should have them, but I can't afford them. Because I don't have money.
Well,
Yep.
at least I can kill lights.
Yep, someone is really unhappy with their loadouts. Jeez. But yeah, the big problem with this map as well is you struggle to get long-range locks.
I kind of feel sorry for you. I'm gonna protect you.
That's also a problem with things in
Nah,
general.
go ahead.
So yeah. I'm sorry, I'm trying to listen to the voice comms and it's like,
Yeah, why not?
Actually, I changed my mind. I can't keep up with you. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, just hang in there, okay?
In
We'll
time.
catch up eventually. Good work, buddy. Good luck.
I'm
Target
hoping
acquired.
an enemy light decides to flank.
plan will work.
Oh, here they come. Enemy light with the ECM, so can't do anything about that. Yeah.
New target acquired.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a target I think I can do
New
something
target
about. But,
acquired.
oh, there's an awesome out in the open. Okay.
I mean, if you can just bring that medium.
Fear my LRMs. Yeah, that awesome is horribly exposed. Yeah, I just did a ton of damage. And that is what this mech does. If it gets a solid lock, it just cuts loose and rains down hell on things.
New target
So
acquired.
yeah, if you don't have any cover with this mech around, it's a very serious problem.
New target acquired.
That crab's too far away. Yeah. LRMs, they may have a kilometre range, but you really don't want to be engaged in them more than about... Oops. Fired after I lost block.
Okay, outrun missiles.
That line.
New target acquired.
Don't know if I have a clear fire on here. Yes, I do. Off we go. Missiles! Yeah, I do lots of damage. If I can maintain lock. That's the key problem. I've got to maintain my locks. Or my team has to. Yeah, look at that. I've already shot through about 700 ammo.
New target acquired.
Yeah, 2 million cuts.
There's a crab moving around on the flanks, though. That's not a good sign.
New target
Oh, a bushwhacker.
acquired.
Come here. Yeah, he's got 2 AMSs, but I fired too quickly.
New target acquired.
Yeah, okay, the brawl is starting. This is where I can start pulling my weight, but this is also where the loss of that stalker is going to start hurting us a lot.
New target acquired.
Also, we're already down 2 people. I don't know if that stalker from the start
We're
counted.
experiencing some
Oops.
losses.
Yep, we've lost
Don't
3.
get sloppy out there.
This isn't good.
New target acquired.
You have ECM? I don't care, mate. I can still keep fighting you regardless.
Target destroyed.
Yep, dead.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Oh, I'm starting to do my damage.
Heat level critical. New target acquired.
And yeah, we're starting to collapse a bit now.
Getting some missiles right now, and I
Oh, my sensor's also taking too many hits. Nah.
New target acquired. Ammo at 25%.
You'd think going in with 1,900 ammo is going to last you a while, but this mech spits out so fast, it really doesn't.
Arm critical damage.
Oh, dear. Oh no, one of my arms. I really care about that.
25% of the enemies are eliminated.
New target
Yeah,
acquired.
as you can see, they're having an easy time hitting me.
Missile. Critical damage.
Oh, water.
LMR destroyed.
Oop. Ow.
Mauler incoming missile.
Yeah, as you can see, they're now really starting to land their hits on me. It's very easy to strip this mech once you're taking hits, and oop, there goes the torso.
We can't lose any
Ow.
more soldiers.
Well, yeah, in that time though, I did 840 damage to them, so it's really good at that. Got 2 flat-out kills and a kill assist, and I've worn down armor on a lot of the others. So I think I've given my team a fighting chance. I've definitely held my weight at least, because I only had 300 armor coming in, so you know. I've definitely punched above my weight, but
Acquired.
unfortunately without our stalker, we're getting rolled over, so yeah. Oh, I did a lot of damage to that one. Order.
Destroyed.
Come on, you can get this guy. Hey, you did it. But you're dead as well.
Critical
Ah.
losses. We need you to pull through.
Yeah, we were at a disadvantage and now we've just been snowballed, so...
Heat level critical.
Yeah, not much to say really. I definitely did my part though, that's for sure.
Arm critical damage.
That's for damn sure.
Right torso critical damage.
Yeah, look at that. There's this mob of enemy mechs just walking all over us now.
Torso destroyed.
If only this stalker had been involved. But then again, treble med pulse, one large pulse, and twin LRM-20s with Artemis. Yeah, this is a slightly more balanced LRM assault mech, I think, than my quad LRM-15. Twin LRM-20s, and it's got a decent amount of backup energy weaponry as well to keep it in the fight afterwards. Mine, when it loses LRMs, it just has the med pulses to fall back on. So yeah, I'm just going to stick around and wait.
Arm destroyed. Enter torso.
Come in. Control the surface. Can anyone read?
It took them several minutes to find our disconnected stalker, so yeah. I'm going to cut that bit out so I can just avoid the wait. Even with the loss though, I've increased my skill rating. 5 components wrecked, bit of scouting, some hit and run. I was sticking with my team, but 2 killing blows, 2 kill assists, 1 solo kill and 1 kill most damage dealt, so I definitely chucked out an absolute ton of firepower in that one. And that's what this mech does. It delivers presents to all the good little boys and girls. Yeah, on to the next match.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
Fleet command coming in. Capture the target area and engage any hostiles.
Here we go. Frozen City. Domination mode. So we have a target point where the enemies are going to be, and that's all well and good. This is a nice mixed map, and it's fairly good for this mech. Because, you know, shoot anything that gets out in the open, and you've got plenty of buildings to hide behind if the enemy decides they want to try and return the favour. As you do. It's really a shame about that last match though. If that stalker had been there, we might have been able to swing it. But nope. We did pretty well though, I think.
Target acquired.
Hello. Sure, let's take this out. I won't waste my LRMs on it though. There we go. Now then, the thing is with the LRMs though, one problem with this map is you've got long engagement ranges. And unless the enemy is completely exposed, you don't want to use your LRMs at maximum range, like a kilometre, 1.1, 1.2 kilometres, things like that. You don't want to do that. Because the enemy just has too many chances to try and hide. Hello. Oh, hello to you too, yeah. They're in the open though, so plenty of opportunities to say hello there. Oh, that's a Black Knight even. Good target. Oh, yep, they've realised I'm here. Ow. Yeah, that's another problem. If you're spitting out so many LRMs, you're going to be exposed. That Overmech's giving our team a bit of a rough time.
New target acquired.
Yeah, you're out of range, mate. Your lasers are very thin. Ooh, that's a really slow-moving
acquired.
cicada over there. Huh. No, it's got 2 large pulse lasers. Oh, I've never seen that loadout before.
Target destroyed.
Yep, he's dead. I'm running really hot, but that's because I'm firing my LRM so fast.
Acquired.
The enemy, though, I think we're going to win this one because the enemy's just charged straight into the point. Well, I'm just standing here raining fire down on them while they're exposed, so yeah.
Target destroyed.
Hello, Jenna. Oh, there's an enemy up there that's in the open. Enemy Warhammer. Yeah, I'm definitely playing fire support in this one. Oh, that one's got an ECM. Oops. That was a waste of a shot. Okay. Yeah. And I think I've already proved my worth by chewing through half my ammo. As you do. Think about these LRMs though. Firing to skirmish is a really good idea when the enemy's distracted, especially if they're trying to run around and avoid your mechs in close combat. Because you can just keep dropping missiles on their heads, effectively.
Target destroyed.
Oops, yep, there you go. And
New
you are
target
a
acquired.
Warhammer. Hello again. Just keep on firing.
India.
Yep, I am firing on India, so yeah. It's going to die really soon.
New
And there's a
target
Grabler, who's late to the
acquired.
party. Okay. I know this is not the most interesting play style, but I like the ability to chuck missiles at my opponents like this. It's really useful.
Critical.
Especially since I'm supporting my teammates and being very accurate, so I don't have to bother aiming for the most part.
Target destroyed.
Oh, when I overheated. Oh well. Still got 200 missiles, so still got a bit of work to do.
Target acquired.
I can't tell where that Jaguar is. I think behind him something. Just experiment a bit with my missiles. Oh, I hit. Okay, fire. Notice that all of our team's LRMs have fallen silent except for me. Though that said, I just did, so you know. There go my LRMs. But I did a ton of damage to the enemy team with my weapons.
LRM mech.
Yeah, I did
Target
so much damage to
A
them.
little longer.
I can't wait to see what my score is at the end of this.
Target acquired.
Anyway, come on, let's go off and try and catch up and kill the last target. I think that's the last one. Yep, he's the last one.
Command is
And we
taking
win.
care of your success and
Oh,
achievements
someone
on
captured the
surface.
point. Oh well. That was a really good match for this particular mech. But let's see how we did. 783, actually less damage than last time. But that's because I was hitting smaller targets a lot of the time, so missiles were missing. But I outright killed 2 of them and got 7 extra assists, so I hit fully 3/4 of the enemy team during the course of that fight. Wrecked a bunch of components, got some saviour kills, some scouting. Yeah. Very good fire support platform this, because as you can see, I did damage to a lot of the enemy team, and LRMs, they tend to make people duck and cover more often than not, especially if they see how much damage is actually coming their way. But yeah, nearly 2,000 missiles is pretty good for a match, I think. At least with the rate of fire this thing sports. Though if the match drags out, it can run out if it's firing consistently. So even that much is sometimes not enough. So, it's a ton of damage potential at least. And that's why I like this mech. Just rain down little gifts from above. Though the enemy doesn't tend to appreciate it, and if they manage to find me, they normally start shooting me in the chest, trying to kill me. But that's kind of true anyway, isn't it? Oh, I'm on the brink of tier 3. So damn close. But anyway. That's it. That's the 2 matches for this particular video today, and that's what I'm going to call it there. I hope you enjoyed seeing my little missile spamming assault mech in action. And tomorrow, as I mentioned at the start of this video, I will be putting out a video with the Stalker 4N, which is more of a mid-range brawling kind of mech. But yes, until then, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll catch you some other time. I'll see you all later.